Dobrodošli u Animafest podcast u kojem razgovaramo s autoricama i autorima ovogodišnjeg festivala. Danas je s nama počasna gošća, dobitnica Animafestove nagrade za životno djelo Joanna Quinn. We're going to switch to English to introduce her. Hello, Joanna.
Hello.
Welcome.
Bok.
Come on, Marvin, I'm starving. Do something.
Okay, Chuck. Excuse me?
No. You are a cutie.
Nice job, Marv.
Hey, thanks, Chuck.
Out of my way. It's time to feed the kitties. Anybody hungry?
I am.
First of all, congrats on the Life Achievement Award.
Thank you.
How does it feel to get such an award from a festival that has witnessed your entire artistic evolution?
It's just really wonderful, really humbling. This Zagreb is such an important festival, you know. I mean, obviously you're from here and you think it's important, but it is actually really important in the world. It's just got this integrity and history, which there are lots and lots of animation festivals all over the world, but most of them, the newer ones, are just sort of very new and young and of the time. But Zagreb just has this history that you feel when you go to a festival, and all of the talks and the presentations. It's just really rich in what they choose to program, and so it's a huge honour. And of course, because I've been coming here since I was a teeny tiny student.
What was the first Animafest?
Let me think. I mean, it must have been 1991 or something like that. To me, it's the one festival that I've been to the most, actually. So, of course, it's just such a treat.
We're honoured.
Such a treat.
Why did you become an animator?
I probably became an animator because I wanted to be an actress, but didn't want people looking at me. So it was like, how's that going to work? And so I thought, and I always drew. So I went to art school and decided that I was just going to do illustration or doing comics. And when I was at college, they introduced us to animation. And so I made a little film in the first year of animation. And we showed it in a room, and I was at the back of the room, and everybody laughed. And I just thought, oh my God, this is what I want to do. I can combine.
I'm good at this.
I can do this. I can hold an audience. And they're not looking at me. So I'm acting, but they're not looking at me, you know? So it was like a perfect combination of performance for shy people and art. And because you got to do so many drawings, it was like all the other students going, how many drawings have we got to do? And I was going, oh, wonderful. Can I do even more?
Throughout your career, you keep coming back to certain characters. Beryl has become one of the most recognizable characters in animation of all time, worldwide. Who is Beryl? Tell us a bit more about her. How was she born?
How was she born? Well, first, she was born at college. When I was at college, I was getting more interested in feminist politics and things, and I thought, why do I draw men all the time? I'm going to draw women. So Girls' Night Out, my first film, was actually a comic strip that I did where I made myself just draw women, and Beryl was the key character out of this group of women. But people really seem to love her because she has a go, you know, she tries at least. She normally fails, but she tries. And people seem to like that. And I think that's my mum. She was always laughing and was always happy, even though she had a lot of problems, you know. But she was positive about everything. And I think that's the character in Beryl that people like. And so every time I moved away from Beryl, people were saying, when are you going to do another Beryl film? I go, okay, do another one.
What has she been going throughout your films? How has she been changing?
The very first film was just sort of based on one event, and it was her reaction to the event. But then the more you deal with the character over films, the more you start to try and analyse the character. And so I think through the rest of the films, we've tried to analyse different facets of her character. I work with Les, who's at the festival, and he writes the scripts. So we're a team. So that's very funny because he writes from the perspective of a middle-aged woman.
That's a very long-lasting cooperation, and
It is, yeah.
how satisfying it is, how inspiring, how difficult to maintain such.
I can't
such a
believe
thing.
that we're still together, actually. Our poor daughter, we got one daughter, she sort of, when she was 8, she went, I'm never doing animation. And so she refused to do animation and decided that she wanted to be a scientist. But then, one day, she met her boyfriend and she said, what do you do? And he said, I'm an animator. She went, no!
Somewhere hot under the sun, me and
Hey.
Oh.
Let me take you away from all this.
Okay.
Let's fly.
Why is the humor so important to you?
Comes from my mother, I think, you know, and naturally I see the funny side of everything. It's even when things are really serious, I often laugh at the wrong times or find humour in things that maybe other people don't find that funny. So it's a natural thing for me to, I just enjoy making people laugh, I think. Because apart from Beryl, you know, I've made films like Britannia, which is about British imperialism.
Seize them. Seize them. Good boy. Walkers.
Now, trying to make a film about British imperialism without boring people, even when you're dealing with serious subjects, you can use humour to bring people in. So you can give people bad news in a funny and nice way.
Imperialism.
So funny.
How relevant do you think that film is today, for example?
Sadly, too relevant, I believe. Yeah, no, it is quite relevant. I need to do another one, Mark II. Maybe I'll just change the bulldog into an American eagle.
And that's it. Joanna, do you like people?
I love people.
Yeah.
And I love meeting new people. I love hearing people's stories. I'd be quite happy to sit and not say anything and just listen. In fact, that's what I do because I sketch and people don't talk to me. It's like I can just hear the gossip.
What's important to you? What do you observe the most?
I think it's ordinary people with extraordinary lives or doing extraordinary things. I'm a firm believer in that everybody has got a story, and I think that's why I like teaching. And I like teaching the not good students, you know, who go, I'm useless, and I go, no, you're good. And how, you know, it's all about confidence and it's about originality and just finding the thing that makes somebody special and saying, that's what you've got that nobody else has got, and that's what we've got to make. We've got to do that, make that bigger and better. And
what is one thing that animation can do, which other media maybe cannot for you?
oh, I mean, it's just so engaging. You know, people love seeing animation. It sort of turns grown people into children. You know, when they see something moving, and then when you show them how it's done, it's like, oh, you know, it's just magic.
Drawing's all I ever think about now. I draw all the time, but I still make things for people too. But that last jumper I knitted for Edie's little girl, well,
It's lovely, Beryl. It's really artistic.
only I never saw her actually wearing it. All I ever wanted to do was to go to art school, be creative, have a career, but then I got pregnant with Colin.
Your style of animation is very expressive and very visible in a way. You can see that it's authorship. How did you create your style? Did it change throughout the years for you? What was the idea behind leaving the traces? Why the scene?
Well, actually, Les, my partner, taught me drawing. And so when I was at college, he was my drawing teacher. He used to say, don't rub out the lines, leave the lines. And I did leave the lines. So that was that was before animation, so I did leave the lines. And I felt that the drawings became a lot more, you can see the thought process behind the chosen lines. You could see what didn't quite make it. But in animation, it adds movement. And so not only does it add movement, so it gives it an energy that when it's all tidy and clean, that it disappears. But when you leave all of those loose lines, it gives it an energy and a fluidity.
What are you working on now? What inspires you these days?
Recently I've been working with children in Gaza, doing animation projects with a group of women who are using animation to help traumatized children and to get them to tell their stories. And so I'm using my platform and my connections to sort of get their film shown and to try and raise money for them. And it's so important and it's so rewarding and it's so awful, everything all together. And we got 330 films from all over the world, literally. And 4 of them were from Gaza, from animators in Gaza, and they called it From Gaza with Love, not To Gaza with Love. And so we've been screening them in film festivals. Some of them were really strong, and some of them were just full of love. So a real mixture of techniques. But every animator I've met said that was like one of the most rewarding things they've ever done, because the whole thing about what's happening in Palestine is so politically charged and so entwined with people losing their jobs and, you know, being anxious about speaking out. But making a film for children, you know, and sending love, loads of people said, I can do that, you know, I can do that without risking anything, and I'm going to show my support. And so I think for the mental health of a lot of people, it was great. We created a map. If you go on to Gaza with .love, there's a map of the world, and everywhere where there's a melon, there's a film, and you can tap on it and watch the film, which is beautiful.
We recommend everybody does it. Lastly, do you ever get bored of drawing up animation?
Never.
World?
I never get bored of drawing. I've been looking at you thinking, I could draw you.
Yeah.
I suppose there's always a challenge. And I think my drawings are very linear. You know, I draw lines. I'm good at summing people up in their lines. I say people. I can't draw landscapes. I look at that tree. I wouldn't know where to start.
It's usually the other way around.
No. People, I'm trying to. So when I've got my sketchbook, I'm with people. I'm trying to get their character into the drawing, and so there's always a challenge. So I'm never drawing what I see. I'm drawing what I'm feeling and trying to capture. And when I look at my drawings from time, I remember the people straight away. You know, I remember their character straight away when I look at the drawings.
Oh dear God!
No, we missed it again,
Oh, you're obsessed,
Come on, I know! It's the movement in between, the moment of change. I gotta capture it!
I'm suffering for your art.
That's beautiful and inspiring. And Joanna, congrats once again, and thank you very much for joining us
Thank you.
today.
Thank you very much.